Hello everypony! Today we're going to be talking about the Cutie Remark, perhaps one of the most unusual season finales we've ever gotten from this show.
So, in the Cutie Remark, a lot of stuff happens.
Wait, that sound. What does it mean? Could it be? Are the rumors true?
Gasp! OMG! It's the holidays!
Well, okay then, change of plans. So now that December's here, it's time to talk about MLP's latest Christmas special, Hearthbreakers, which aired in October because I guess Hasbro is being run by Jack Skellington now.
This is holidays, this is holidays, 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 holidays.
So, let's do this.
Jingle bells, hey, jingle bells, hey, jingle all the way. Hey, oh, what fun it is to fly in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, hey, jingle all the way. Hey, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
After some more of that beautiful Season 5 animation, Applejack and Pinkie Pie tell Twilight that they're going to be celebrating Hearthswarming Eve, the Pony December holiday, together. And through showing Twilight and Spike hanging Hearthswarming dolls above their fireplace, this episode is already doing something great that the original Hearthswarming Eve episode didn't, showing off actual traditions that are associated with the holiday. It's a small touch, but a nice one nonetheless.
So, as Apple Bloom goes around being an excited little kid about her candy and presents, Applejack decides to lecture her on what Hearthswarming Eve actually is, which is a lot more than just candy and presents.
This sequence tells you everything the first Hearthswarming Eve episode told you about the history of Hearthswarming Eve in less than 30 seconds. And now that you've seen it, there is literally no reason for you to go back and watch that episode. It's a good thing too, you just saved yourself a boring 22 minutes.
So Apple Bloom makes a comment that Applejack and Pinkie Pie do a lot of their traditions the same, and it's brought up again that Applejack and Pinkie Pie may or may not be related. After a short joke on that topic, the train comes to a stop and they meet up with Maud at the station.
Oh no. Don't tell me you just knocked all the snow off of a roof. There are laws against de-snowifying a roof in a Christmas special. You'd better run before I call in the Christmas Special Police.
Psych! You got the wrong number! Maud apparently can tell what you've been doing by the rock type on your hoof. Okay, and after that weird scene, they head off towards the Pie's rock farm.
The two families introduce each other.
I am called Igneous Rock Pie.
Thou shalt know me as Cloudy Quartz.
May Providence favor thee well, and to thou comfort our humble homestead bring.
When were these two born?
Gaze into the eyes of Limestone Pie. Ma and Pa may own this rock farm, but I keep it running.
I like her already.
Agreed.
The Apple family talk about all the traditions they'll be excited for, giving us even more insight as to how this holiday is celebrated, and giving it more identity besides just being a Christmas clone.
Are you excited for dinner time? Because guess who is? Spoiler alert, it's me!
Don't worry, Pinkie, we already put a spoiler warning on this video. It's cool.
When they come down to eat dinner, they are all surprised to see it's all rock soup. Applejack, the
element of honesty,
lies about being exactly what they expected, and it being good. Wow, AJ, wow. Way to stay true to yourself.
Of course, it's still delivered with that awkward Applejack tries to lie face. If there's one thing Applejack is bad at, it's lying to make others feel better.
Is everything all right, Applejack?
Of course. I'm just being a rusty fiddle. Tune me up and let's get back to dinner.
How can a fiddle be rusty? It's just an instrument made of wood and strings.
Maybe she meant out of tune. I mean, she did say tune me up, didn't she?
Still, that's a weird way to put it. Next thing you know, you'll be telling me that people refer to being jealous as salty. Oh, wait.
Ah, yes. Pearl at her finest.
And when the group creates, carves Hearthswarming dolls out of rocks, the family doesn't even bother to show them how to cut stone properly. Something tells me these families don't quite see eye to eye.
So Pinkie explains that the pony who gets to raise the flag up Holder's Boulder is whoever finds an obsidian stone first. Of course, after searching for a really long time, they figure out that it's just a picture of obsidian. How fun.
Now we learn about how the Pie family likes to hide presents.
And now it's time to hide the presents!
Y'all hide your presents?
Of course! What's more fun than getting a present? Finding a present! Although, finds one.
Is it weird that I'm kind of on Applejack's side here? While searching for presents might be a fun game, if nobody finds any, what's the point of even hiding them? How can they enjoy a tradition like that? Unless, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Pie here are actually just too lazy to go Christmas shopping and have crafted an elaborate ruse to trick the rest of the family into thinking there are presents when there aren't.
Ah, Applejack puts things into perspective for Pinkie Pie, making her realize how not very fun her traditions may or may not be. Then she gives her a little tidbit about her traditions, and she is loving it! Then it cuts back to home, and Pinkie Pie wishes them all a good night.
The next morning, we get the reverse of what's been happening for most of the episode. The Apple family try and introduce the Pies to their Hearthswarming Eve traditions, and they dig their hooves in and refuse to move. That is, until
You planted your pole on a fault line.
considering that your precious family rock is also placed conveniently on a fault line, I don't think you're one to talk.
Ba 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 ba! So, after the fight with the apples and the pies, Limestone sends them home. Of course, they aren't happy about it, but they give them space, as Granny Smith says.
And now it's time for the sad scene. Applejack and Pinkie Pie run into each other while moping in a cave, and Applejack apologizes for messing things up so badly. But before they have time to make up, her train arrives and they have to go.
This scene was meant to be really, really sad, but it just never was for me. I don't know why, it just kind of never clicked.
While the apples are on the train, Granny Smith tells them about why Holder's Boulder is so important to the Pie family, and learning why the traditions are in place makes them mean a lot more to everyone there. Also, Pinkie Pie sends back a present.
You just found your first pie hearthwarming present ever!
Gee, I wonder what that could be. Let's see, judging by the uneven, jagged edges and the lopsided shape, this present must be
A human doll! 'Cause every pony wants a human for Christmas!
Get one now for only $19.99, courtesy of Hoovesboro.
And then we end the episode with all of them making up with each other and then pushing Holder's Boulder right back up into its rightful spot. And then afterwards, hanging out for a little bit. Their first combined tradition. Okay, I thought this episode was really cute. There were a lot of really lovey-dovey elements and some sad parts, even if they didn't affect me that much. And we got to learn more about Pinkie Pie's family. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Finally, a good MLP episode to watch around Christmas. It was really fun getting to see the Pie family and the awkward interactions between them and the apples. We actually have kind of an interesting story here, and quite a few funny moments, which already puts this episode way ahead of the first Hearthswarming Eve episode. We also learn a bit more about the holiday, which makes this episode fit in a lot more with the holiday theme. Even the scenery looks nice. Between the decorated Ponyville at the beginning, the Pie Farm, and the inside of the mine, there were a lot of really nice and unique looking backgrounds that really gave this episode its own visual personality. Though it did drag a little around 2/3 of the way in, this was still a fun episode that I can definitely look forward to watching around December. I give it a 4.3 out of 5.
Thank you, one and all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one. See ya!
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell rock and jingle bell rock. Rockin' and rockin' the bushels of rock. Now the jingle rock has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells rockin', jingle bells rockin', rockin' and rockin' in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty